for me, to be honest, if I'm playing someone that I know is better than me, and I think Skippy does know, aZapatos has got a bit more experience in ones, you know, it might affect him more knowing that he's lost to him. We already see him miss a boost and concede a goal because of that. So it's a little bit of a nervy start. I'm not sure if, you know, I don't want to call it a nervy start necessarily. It's more just so maybe that's just a mistake. But we could see that be more prevalent throughout the series.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what Skippy's going to do against Patos kickoffs, because that's obviously one of the parts of his game that, you know, strikes fear into a lot of his opponents. You were using a ton of fakes. You were using, well, a ton of delayed kickoffs actually to great success. You know, is that something you planned? Oh, nice finish by aZapatos here. Is that something you planned going into that series? Did you know you're just going to, you know, delay a bunch, get him out of his rhythm?
Yes, yeah. So I played, I'm just going to call him Zap because I always mess up the pronunciation. I played Zap a bunch of times in ones recently, and the first time I had quite a long session against him, we went pretty even, but there was about a 4-game spree where he would just annihilate me and I couldn't really get close to him because of his kickoff. So I figured out that if you just delay it, I mean, you've talked about it a bunch, if you delay it against a wave dash kickoff, it can have really good, you know, positive, it can have really good things come out of it, right? So I kind of came up with a little turn at the end, and that manages
I like that.
Yeah, it manages to kind of keep your momentum a little bit, allows you to get close to the ball like you spoke about. It's just a good way to face the wave dash kickoff for sure.
Yeah, and it shows. I think, you know, that's going to be my go-to. Actually, I've got to thank you as well, because I've, you know, spoke about that so many times, and then the player hasn't done it. Yeah. You know, I'm seeing you know, success from a wave dash kickoff over and over again, and I say, you know, they could just be delaying, and then they don't do it, and we don't get the payoff of when they do it and it works. We got immediate payoff. You just did it straight away. I'm like, see, I told you guys. So yeah, you've done me a solid there. I can point people at that series now whenever they are struggling against it. No struggle here for aZapatos. I've not seen Skippy put him in any real trouble. aZapatos he's got those mechanics. You know, you mentioned he's got, you know, some of his plays are awkward and difficult to read, but yeah, he's got those flip resets occasionally that are very impressive. In the Sentio, is that harder to read than in the Octane or in the Fennec?
I hate playing them because he pulls stuff like this out where you can do that shot on another card, but I swear to God, some of the shots he pulls out, are just ridiculous. Yeah, true, that is a taller car. And like some of the musties into control touches like we saw he had in it's just insane. I mean, he's an absolutely weird player, and like I said at the start, I mean that you know, in a positive way. I hate playing him.
Yeah, that's definitely a compliment. Is when you hate playing against someone as a pro player. And he is very fast.
He does these front flicks. He might go for one here. He doesn't actually, but he does this weird front flick where it gets so much power so fast, and it's just like, dude, I can't play that well against you usually because no one else is like him. No one is. Yeah, that's probably a good point. No one is like him. You can't prepare for aZapatos because he just has such a unique playstyle. Unless you've actually played him a bunch, then yeah, you're not going to be ready for what you're up against. Is this flick you're? I know. Well, I don't actually know the front flip variation you're talking about, but I've seen him. He's pretty good at the. Is it the air roll left? Well, air roll left or air roll right flick? No, it is literally as long as that should be a goal. There you go. Yes, if he gets us first, but as I think if I'm right, he literally just gets the ball really on the front of his car. You know, so it's almost full off, and he just absolutely blasts a flick with a front flip. Very, very basic shot, but it's his ability to get the ball. Oh, nice. There you go. There you go.
The payoff, ladies and gentlemen. There it is.
Maybe he was watching. Maybe he's got some.
No, give it credit. I think he's just that smart. I think he.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Skippy's just clearly a really, really clever player, and he's got the counter now.
Exactly. I think he's got it down. He might go for another one. He doesn't. But yeah, with Zap, he has this really weird movement where he gets the ball on front of his car. He looks like a bot almost. Some of his touches look very bot-like, where, like, you know, when we had that, you know, influx of bots coming into Rocket League, and they have very weird catches with the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's doing well so far. Skippy has brought it back. 3 goals.
That's 3 goals.
2 kickoff goals. Yeah.
Yeah, he got the delayed kickoff, and then he faked a mid-boost grab, got an open net, so, you know, a couple of positional outplays there, and he might be tying. Yeah. He should be. He's done well there. I like aZapatos is back, though. Honestly, I don't mind the fact that he went for the extra touch. That's a spectacular save, though. The fact that he got that past the halfway line is probably not something Skippy expected. Skippy looks like he's here to play now. You know, his last game against Azapatos was the closest one. Didn't get to watch that one yet, and he has tied the game. Good control.
Yeah, he gets an extra pop at the end, which is definitely hard to recognize from Zap's POV here. It gets a lot of height if you notice that touch, and it's because he turns his car slightly backwards and then forwards last second, and yeah, it really gets a lot of height on that air dribble. So it's a good shot there, 4-4.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake as well by aZapatos, so kind of setting him up. Obviously, he wanted to make some touch on the ball, but the touch he made didn't really slow down Skippy's attack at all. He's going to be up by 1 here. aZapatos double jumps as well. I don't know if the save would have been possible anyway, but definitely not with a double jump. Skippy fighting aZapatos tooth and nail.
He had that. He had it.
You think he had it with a save? Wow.
Absolutely. I think if... maybe not, you know. I don't...
It was close.
It's close. I think he could have tried. I don't think he meant to double jump.
No, he definitely didn't mean to double jump that. I mean, the double jump's never saving it, but maybe. Okay, back in it. This could be close. So, I mean, it looks like we're going to get a close series here to finish off the day. You said you don't like playing aZapatos. What are your first thoughts about Skippy here? Do you look like a player that you'd like to play against, especially with the slime boost to distract you?
Yeah, definitely some mind games going on there. I don't think I'd mind playing against him, to be honest. I think I would. I think I'd just be able to beat him, but obviously, if he makes the main event, then maybe we face off against you one time.
You will be in a different group if you both make main event. So if you were both to make the finals, you know, playoffs, you'd both have to probably win your groups. So. Safe to say it is low chance for both of you to win the group. There's got to be low chance. This is what you're on about, okay.
Yes, so he can do this, like, and this isn't impressive itself, but he can get that ball on top of his car and launch that every time with so much power on 12 boosts. And that's why I'm quite scared to challenge him, because he's a very strange player. It's like when I played Daniel on the Batmobile, you know, I struggle, or AJ on the Batmobile. Those two players, whenever they switch to the Batmobile, I don't like it.
The Throwmobile.
Yeah, it's very difficult to challenge him. That's going to be in though.
That's it.
Zap, he tries to boost star him and start like a prolonged attack, but he just catches him off guard.
Yeah, it's a bit greedy. I think he might have got spun out there. I can't tell if he got spun out by Skippy. Either way though, like, yeah, a bit greedy with the boost steal.
Yeah.
On a not very safe bounce. Inside the final minute, it's actually Skippy who leads. He's only dropped 1 game in the lower bracket so far after earlier on being swept by this very same player, aZapatos. He's been a demon in qualifiers. That's another perfect flick with low boost though. He's got multiple in his back pocket ready to go.
Absolutely, yeah. He's absolutely insane at these flicks, to be honest with you. Very, very grounded player and for good reason. You know, he pulls this stuff like this off all the time. And if he does it well, you really can't save some of these. And he's actually going to get another chance.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. I actually think that one might have messed him up because it meant that he couldn't get the ball on top of his car, but he does have possession here.
I like Skippy's pressure there. That was good. Good to stick on him there, because a lot of players would have just backed off. Oh, he's almost bumped aZapatos by mistake after following through the flick. This is a tricky position though. No boost for Skippy to grab. aZapatos pops it into the bar though, and he's got momentum going the wrong way. He's going to lose possession.
Yeah, I think. Oh my god. Okay, I was a bit scared there.
Did you just lean in your chair?
Yeah, I did. I leant back. I don't know if that picked up on the mic, but yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's a goal.
That's bouncing down. He's got it. Oh my goodness. Skippy up by 1 with 4 seconds to go. And he just completely disrespected aZapatos there. He didn't even flip into the ball. He just chipped it over him.
That was strange for sure. Yeah, he kind of forced his way through. That's not, I don't know if this is the kickoff he wants, but maybe a player like that with as good of a wave dash kickoff as he has might be able to get possession. Oh wow.
Oh wow, what a read. How did he know that was rolling up? Now he's got a great chance. Skippy's gunning for him though. Fake challenge. aZapatos air dribble. 0-second goal attempt coming in. It looks good, but Skippy's what a save. He didn't have a lot of boost, but he had great goal coverage, and he takes game 1.
Yeah, that was some good defense in the last seconds there, closing that game out for Skippy. 1-up in the series, and a little bit of a surprise for the first game, in my opinion.
I would agree. Jack, I've been talking about the Next Rank a bunch. Since the Next Rank is the proud sponsor of the post-game stats for Salt Mine 3. Tell the viewers, tell the listeners about the Next Rank. Why should they sign up right now for free. What is there really to gain from doing that?
Look, you guys have just seen me play. All right,
Yeah.
you've just seen me play. You've just seen me 3-0. Two players in a row.
Twice.
Qualify for, in my opinion, Johnny, the most prestigious ones tournament we've ever seen. Right?
Oh, I'm honored.
And I am on the course teaching you guys, me and Johnny together, all about Rocket League, bronze to SSL. There's going to be so many videos for you guys to watch, so much to learn. And that is the reason why you should sign up today. 15% off on release.
Yeah, you get 15% off on release, like Jack said. You also get access to a bunch of videos. We've put out, I think, 6 videos so far. Yep. Unlisted exclusive access for anyone who signs up to the email list right now. You can sign up for free, get the discount code for free. Obviously, the course will cost something. Did you just join the game, Jack?
I did. I'm a bit used to playing.
He's just so eager to play. Yeah, he's so itching to get into the game there. Did you join with controller, or you just KBM clicking
I just joined KBM, bro. I was meant to click spectate, and I was getting a little bit antsy. I want to play again.
Oh my goodness, that's another pogo shot attempt made by Zapatos, but this one doesn't materialize. Oh wow, that's going to be another goal for Skippy, and I think this is the moment for Zapatos where he might begin to question himself as he slides off into the distance, upside down. He's thinking, what have I done? Yeah, I do read into that. Am I wrong for reading too much into this?
No,
do you read into this
as
well? The car language?
Look, if I'm ever some players spam their camera when they're annoyed. I don't do that. I spam my camera when I'm sad, happy, annoyed, winning, anything. I just spam. But if you just stop moving after a play happens, you're either angry at your teammate or annoyed at yourself. And in ones, you don't have teammates. And Skippy, it's going to hope he does, because that was, I don't know, I think he could have done a better job, we'll say that.
Yeah, he went for that half flip into position, didn't get there fast enough. Definitely could have avoided that situation entirely, of course. Oh, look at this. He is stealing the kick up at Zapatos. This is another thing he did against you.
Yeah.
He misses the shot. But yeah, when he noticed that you were stealing your kick up against him, he tried to have that follow through where he just glues himself to the ball and keeps on, barreling through it. Yeah. Nearly worked against Skippy there. Yeah,
he is, he's a smart player himself. He understands that, if I can make a counter or his opponent can make a counter, so can he, right? And yeah, he does this counter where he just completely follows through and uses this flip to dodge through the ball. And that's actually why I started turning, to the side slightly, so it would stop him from doing that, because it gets a little bit of a bigger pop as well. But yeah, we'll see if he does it again, and if Skippy continues to go for the delay kickoff, because it was working. Or he might have left his net open.
It did.
That's 2-1.
Yeah, Skippy tracking out of position here. Yeah, I don't think he realized that was going to bounce like this. Either that or he just went autopilot the wrong direction, but that bounce wasn't kind to him. Either way, open net for Zapatos. Yeah, he did not need a second invitation. In his case, Skippy's actually defended the mid boost here by just putting himself in the way of Zapatos wave dash. Zapatos went for it anyway.
Yeah, this is one of his
OG counter.
This is one of his, in my opinion, things that he could definitely improve on, especially in this series, is that he does stick around with low boost. He's trying to catch his opponent off guard, but if you're ready, you can just get a quick challenge in like Skippy has. He actually keeps messing up his flip on the, his first flip on the kickoff. I don't know if you noticed that. And it's not going to punish him. Well, it was, but
yeah, he might still have it though. Yeah, he does. Nice pre-flip demo. So Zapatos will get the goal. Yeah, Skippy making him work for all these. That was a zero boost play.
Yeah,
Zapatos having to shoot multiple times.
Both these players are playing very well. We're seeing a good series here, in my opinion. I think Skippy, I think he's feeling pretty good. Definitely could, in my opinion, go for some of these flip set shots. Have a bit more confidence on them. Whenever he goes in the air, he seems to come back down. And that could just become a little bit too, scripted for him if he carries on doing it. But he's looking good.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he belongs here. This is, a guy who made by far his best run in Stage 3. If I recall, he might have actually missed Stage 1. I'll go back and check, but I know Skippy's been in the qualifiers for every stage so far, and Zapatos has not scored. He should still. Nice little team play by the two players.
Look, I don't know if it's going to come up on replay. It doesn't, but again, it's that front flip flick, and it looks so basic, and it is, but it's just the amount of speed that you can get on it from a really slow position. It's a skill that I'm very kind of fond of from a player. He does it quite a lot, and we're seeing it turn into goals, 2 for 2 really, and probably 3 for 3. Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Just as I say it, he launches a front flip flick again off the back. Look how little momentum he has, guys. Just from this into that, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so simple. That seems like something that the viewers watching could replicate,
Absolutely.
far more easily because there's less moving parts. He's just flipping forward at the perfect time. So it's something that if you're trying to add more things to your game, the less moving parts, the easier.
There we go.
Less you have to think about. Oh, he doesn't get rewarded. He did use that flip reset like you asked. And will it matter? No. aZapatos can't punish him on the counter attack. Skippy, I just went back and looked at his results. First stage of Salt Mine 3, he didn't make closed qualifier. He got eliminated in the open qualifier. Stage 2, he made it into the closed qualifier, and then he got past KV1 in the lower bracket, but that's it. Calculated, says aZapatos here. So this is by far his best run. He had 1 win in the closed qualifier last time, and now he's into promo relegation. Yeah, nice job, aZapatos. Not sure what he's trying to do there. Must be going back harder.
I've had worse. You sometimes just you overturn or underturn, and we're not all perfect all the time. And yeah, clearly not for that one. Skippy, he's gonna be glad, and he's gonna be glad he has control again. He's gonna go for a delayed. Oh, actually faked it. I think the only person he faked there was me, because I thought he was gonna try and put it over him, but he actually it turns into the reset there. Zap was aware though.
Yeah, good coverage by aZapatos. He's up 2 goals, 90 seconds to go. Skippy brings it down though. He's keeping aZapatos guessing here. Actually flicks with a backflip here, which produces a very awkward save for aZapatos. Skippy in a huge position. Well worked. Using that backflip to pop the ball high and land in a beautiful spot for the immediate follow-up.
Yeah. 2016-esque kind of, just with a little bit more, a bit more flair. Obviously, that particular one wasn't happening in 2016, but the old original backflip flick, it was very used by
same
like
idea.
Marky.
Just
doing the same spot
position.
And it's a very underrated skill. Even in Rocket League, 2s and 3s. It's not quite in, but 2s and 3s and 1s, players underrate how much they should be thinking about where they are, not just how fast they get into a spot. Sometimes you need to get to it slower or maintain the same spot.
That's a great fake. Look at this. I think aZapatos is there. Skippy's had a couple of these where he really fakes aZapatos out. Not about another one there, but aZapatos too direct on the ball. He takes control here. 12 boost. Obviously for aZapatos, that's plenty, as we've already realized. Skippy threatening that long shot, denied the boost steal. He's got great boost management. He's positioning himself to deny aZapatos access to boost line ball.
I feel like there's a goal. I do feel like there's a goal.
There's 2 actually. Oh, you're a genius.
There we go. Look, there are 2 on the pitch, and there's 1 in the replay. That is 5-5. That is a little bit of a mistake. Yeah, that's a huge mistake. I'm not gonna lie.
You just got a half flip way too far. I mean, he's probably trying to half flip back to his net and then recover before the ball gets there, but the ball's coming so quickly. There's just no time for all of that to happen. And now we are on the verge of Skippy going up by 2.
I'm gonna call it. That wasn't the goal I was on about. It's this one right here.
You've got a sixth sense, Jack. You just know. I mean, aZapatos was shadowing very close here, so if you flick hard enough, it's in, and that is good enough.
It's just the perfect spot, unfortunately, and it comes at the wrong moment for Zap and on the wrong end of the pitch. He's going to wish he had that one under control, but he doesn't. He's going to try and get it with 5 seconds left, but actually, both players fake. He's going to get a chance to catch it.
He's got another 0 second. He beans the first touch. I would have loved to see another 0 second goal attempt. That was his 2nd game in a row.
Yeah.
aZapatos would have had one. But it's Skippy 2-0. I mean, we've had, I think, the biggest upset qualifier to Assault Mine main event so far was Shadi in EU Stage 1. He beat Drally to qualify. But Skippy beating aZapatos to qualify and beating a bunch of other players on this run would also be an unbelievable run.
Wow, I forgot that this is a qual match.
This is a qual match. He's in. Because
That's insane.
he's already beaten so many good players on this run. Like I said, stage 1, he actually lost in the open qualifier. Skippy dropped to Knight. That's Knight with a K, not Knight with the N.
Right.
Nightya.
Good ones player. He's a good ones player.
Nightya's good. He actually made all of the closed qualifiers, I believe. So yeah, solid player there. But Skippy lost to him in the open qualifier. Stage 2, he lost to Lion Blaze 2-0. And then he got one win in the lower bracket against KV1 2-1, which is a quality win. Then he lost to Clam 2-0. So, 1 and 2 in closed. Then this time around, Skippy in the open qualifier has managed to beat Talk, a Canadian player, TAWK.
Very good player as well. Lots of potential.
Consistent player, consistent participant in all these events. He 2-0'd Lion Blaze. He 3-2'd Nick Davick, who right before that beat Wisty and KV1 and Taizai back-to-back. So he was obviously playing very well. Skippy beat him. And now he's 3-0'd Forky, 3-1 Swift, and 2-0'd Zapatos. This is an incredible run that Skippy's making right now.
And people speak about, EU has a bunch of raw talent. NA's weird for bubble level, and it's players like this where they just need that one win to push them out over that line, to give them that confidence. And this is that win. If he gets this, if he quals to a tournament like this, it can make or break a player. To be honest with you, back in when I came onto the scene, I called for Fusion, and that gave me so much confidence. It kickstarted my entire career, and we might be seeing the start of that here for Skippy if he gets one win, but that's not going to make it easy on him.
Yeah, Zapatos has made both main events, and he's qualified for both main events so far. In fact, I think he's the only player who's qualified for both main events so far. We had a complete change of the guard in EU between stage 1 and 2, and again between stage 2 and 3. With nobody re-qualifying after going down to promo relegation. Now, Zapatos trying to go 3 times in a row. He's run into prime Skippy though. This is just fantastic stuff. Too fast, down the pipe. You knew Zapatos had no counter there to a simple double jump shot.
He's playing consistent, so it is. He's just playing solid. He's not putting out anything crazy. Maybe he'll make me eat my words here, but yeah, he's still, look at him. He's just going for really solid 50s, maybe not so solid flicks, but it's working out, and he's looking good doing so. I think Zap, he just needs a bit more. I'd love for him to be less risky. I think he's got Skippy beat in terms of 1v1 intelligence. On average, he is the more experienced ones player and probably player in general, right? And I think he just needs to be a little bit less risky and not try and force chances, because he is going to get ones like this where he puts Skippy in awkward positions. He doesn't have to go all in every time like we've been seeing him do so in the last 2 games.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Zapatos, he is a player who's got some great tricks up his sleeve, but he doesn't need them in this matchup. That's no disrespect to Skippy, but if you put Zapatos in there with one of the absolute best in NA, I think, that's so unfortunate for Skippy. I think Zapatos does need to rely on a bit more of his tricks and, highly mechanical plays. It's your favorite play again there, Jack. This to get him a goal.
And he's literally 4-4. He just needs to keep the ball on the ground, just keep going for these flicks, not even trying to score off them. That flick there, it's not necessarily to try and score, it's to create pressure, create a better scoring opportunity later on, and that later on is now. He gets the goal. And yeah, it's just so much better, when he's playing like this. He's not trying to force anything, like I said, and he's just getting goals after goals.
Yeah, and he's got another one here. This is the perfect foundation on which to build a comeback. Skippy has 2 games to his name, but Zapatos completely dominating so far in game 3. This does give Skippy a long time to work back into the game here. Zapatos in a low boost position. Beautiful ball demo though. Defensive wall bang there from Zapatos.
Tries to go for the musty catch. He does do. Oh, it's close. He is going to get back for this, so he is okay for now.
Yeah, don't mind that one. I think he had a good setup for it. I don't want to see him going for these when he doesn't have the setup and he's actually out of position now. Just as we were saying that, he's used all his boosts and kind of drifted out of position. I mean, he had a little bit left, but he didn't take the ball with him, so that's just completely open for Skippy.
Yeah, and it's not gonna. He's not gonna want to watch that one back. We'll say that it's a bit of a big mistake there. And hopefully for Zap, I'd love to see this, go to 5 just so we get more high-level Rocket League. Hopefully it's not going to, cause too much negativity on his mental. Okay, he does get back, so he's okay. He escapes that one, but he's still under pressure.
Yeah, luckily he does have some time here. He's trying to come back from the far side of the ball. Realized he had, a bit of time before any shot would be threatened. So just use that to try and sneak in from a surprising angle. aZapatos picks up mid boost. Nice reverse challenge to dispossess Skippy briefly. Skippy's looking to work his way towards that mid boost, but the wave dash on the landing. I mean, that is a massive turnaround. Denied the mid boost, denied the pressure. Now the pogo shot is a fast one. Skippy reacts well to it though. aZapatos has boost in the follow-up. He's not going all in. He's not being caught on the counter.
Much better, yeah. I think he's understood what he has to do, and he's probably actually doesn't take that back. He's seen an opportunity. I thought he was going to take that one back and just play possession. He is back. Nice. That's well played. Yeah, he's just holding his position. He's not playing too aggressive this game. Look, sending long shots, forcing Skippy to use boost, even if he's got possession. Can't really make anything happen from this position. Zap's just fake challenging it over and over again. And the issue with that is Skippy has to respect the full challenge, right?
Yeah. You might just go for this here, though. At this point, time's getting away from him. That's confident defense from aZapatos, but he's left himself open on the landing. Where is he going to spawn? Oh, foolish spawn at the far post. Leaves the near post open.
Picked wrong there.
I think he was almost perfectly in line. If he'd spawned near post, it would have been hilariously timed. But we're seeing a lot of these far post spawns. I feel like I'm becoming a far post conspiracy theorist, so it's just happening more than it should.
Great mix-up on the kickoff there. What? So you think it's
Yeah, when you need the near post spawn to make a save, I feel like it doesn't happen as much as it should. Not. It doesn't feel like 50-50.
Whenever my opponents have it though, they land on the ball when I've got an open that. Freeze anyway. That's one thing I've noticed. Look at him. He's playing so much better. He's fake jumping. He's just hitting these long shots again, making it awkward.
Yeah, another fake challenge right up in his half of the field. This is much harder for Skippy to get anything going. Yeah, but he's just got to keep this discipline for a bit longer, and he's made it across the finish line. Skippy, meanwhile, wouldn't be surprised if he goes all in here. This is a great setup. Ceiling shot off the post, but right bounce for aZapatos.
He's going to get a good recovery though, so he has another attempt, but Zap just shuts him down. And you got to think one of these opportunities is going to be the last one he gets in the game, and never mind, that one's just in.
Oh, what a shot by aZapatos. He actually scores by bouncing the ball into the wall. I feel like this is something that players try this all the time and it never works. You think, I can just boom this into the wall. They're never going to see it. And it never works. But actually this time in 1v1, it does. Skippy wasn't ready to block that angle. aZapatos up by 3. And I think with his diverse kickoff repertoire, it was almost impossible to come back with this time frame remaining. So we're not getting a sweep here. 1 on the board. aZapatos fighting back.
Yeah, far better game, like I said about 4 times. But it's just, I keep saying it because it's what we want to see. We want to see a close series, and we are getting one. Skippy, he won't be feeling too uncomfortable yet though. So he's got the lead in the bag right now. But you gotta wonder if it goes to game 5, is the more experienced player gonna take it?
Yeah, I think if we go to game 5, Skippy's gonna be extremely nervous, and aZapatos will feel Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the game. If he, wants to, I mean, in this kind of situation, what would you want to see him do? Would you want to see him completely switch things up, or do you want to see him just keep on chugging along and, hope that we don't get the same quality out as aZapatos in game 4? I
think Zap's a very high level player, but I think one of his, downsides is he is inconsistent, right? Especially, in terms of what play style he goes with. In my opinion, from what I've seen so far, I think you can just wait it out, at least for one more game, especially if you're confident in the way you're playing, right? We might think that the more experienced player is going to win game 5, but if Skippy understands that he's playing well, he's going to have confidence in himself. So he has that 1 game cushion. I think he can just stick with what he's doing and just not hope, but kind of a little bit of hope. Think that Zap is going to struggle with consistency a bit. I think he is going to have those chances. He was close with the ceiling shot at the end. It's not like he was far off. The game score really wasn't that bad, so I think he's okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think Skippy looks like the real deal here. Definitely a great test for Zapatos. But will we have a 5th game in the final promo relegation stage? This is the last qualifier match. Nice pre-flip save there by Zapatos. Lands perfectly on the boost. Pre-flip save the other way, and he's got the awareness to dodge the demo afterwards as well.
Yeah, and this is a fantastic position to score a goal. Yeah, as I said, he's slow playing him. And really, that doesn't make a difference because it's so long left in the game. But it just gets in your opponent's head a bit. I don't really get annoyed in ranked, and Zap's done this to me in ranked, and I almost typed to him like, dude, it's ranked, like just score the goal. So if it gets to me, it's going to get to him in an actual important series like this.
I love it. It's very on brand for the Salt Mine. Oh, no. Well,
you know what?
It might have got to him. It just might.
Mistake from Skippy here to not slow play again. He had the opportunity to just let this roll in and really, you know, push that salt into the wound, but
genius.
He didn't, and that might cost him. But I think he's going to be okay.
You'll be happy with 2-0, but you're absolutely right. When you've got that opportunity to be like ultra cringe, you should almost always take it because you're just getting inside your opponent's head, and you know they're gonna have more to think about than you do. They're just gonna be more distracted, more tilted. That's a great bounce.
Wow.
Oh, what a bump as well.
He's playing so well, man. He's playing him for a T. Like, he understands that Zap is a little bit nervous, and he's just playing these 50s because when you're nervous, you're just gonna dive sometimes, and you're gonna cover high because you're scared of the shot. You're not completely thinking straight. Skippy just goes underneath him and around him, gets the goal for it. He's dominating these kickoffs as well. Not this one, but the previous ones. He really gets possession a lot of time throughout this game so far. Yeah, it's a great challenge. Oh, maybe not.
He should be back here. Zapatos goes for it. That's a really good save by Skippy, and he knows that's hitting the bar. Zapatos loses his advantage. He lets Skippy back into the play. And Zapatos just has to calm down here, because yes, he's lost 3 goals, but he's still overall in a great position in the series. You know, he got a lot of momentum last game, and he's shown that his style can work against Skippy. That's going to be 1 goal back. That's a more patiently executed one, and he nearly missed it by booming the post. My goodness. I think he floor pinched this somehow. It's 102 kph while hitting the post on the way in.
It's very on brand for Zap to just floor pinch and open that and hit a really, really good shot, to be honest. That
fully floor pinch.
Yeah, you can't hit that really much if you tried, but it's for a delayed kickoff. And I do like that, you know, it's game 4, you know, one game to get into Salt Mine main event, and he's still mixing up the kickoffs. He's still, you know, sticking to his original plan. It shows confidence, and so does this shot.
Yeah, especially for a young player like Mitch. I think Skippy's a 16-year-old player coming out of America right now. Definitely one of the players to watch in the near future. But you know, he's not just come in here with no game plan and, you know, just going for whatever kickoff he comes up with while he's on the way to the ball. Like he's got diversity to his game, and he's keeping Zapatos guessing. Oh, 4 doubles not the play though. That is where Zapatos is. You know, the way that he was lined up there, he didn't show any other threat to Zapatos. The ball got away from him, and that really there's nothing else he could be doing there other than a floor double. So Zapatos could just read it easily.
Yeah, and it's a very good point. He literally had no other options. So Zap didn't have to cover anything. He didn't have to cover the backboard. Didn't have to cover the shot that's going to come straight away. Just has to cover the one thing that he could do. And yeah, we're starting to see the game turn a little bit. Zap's getting the boost control, getting the ball control, and almost the goals for it.
Skippy's looking for the demo, but Zapatos catches him.
Look, this is a. I think we've seen kind of a turn in who's, you know, winning this game right now. The score is even, but I'm giving it to Zap right now. He looks so much more confident. Look at him challenging some of these balls. He's really confident right now. It's good to see.
Yeah, he's got to be careful though. You know, Skippy is pulling away from a lot of 50-50s. Zapatos has to pick his angles wisely if he's going to avoid accidentally 50-50ing the ball at an unfavorable angle. It's a decent save by Skippy, but Zapatos is all over him here, and he's going to keep the shot volume up. He's just very good at peppering the net with shots, and it's depleting Skippy's boost.
Yeah, he manages to get height and power off some of the weirdest balls, and I hate it. I hate playing against it, because it's like, okay, he's just going to somehow shoot. Actually gets a massive challenge. It is open for oh no, not at all. Zap's made me eat my words. He gets back way faster than I thought he would there. Looking clean with his movement.
Yeah, luckily for Skippy, he did see the recovery coming, so he didn't commit too much. He's misread that wall, bounce by a mile though. Still, playing for the back corner boost, so aZapatos beats him to it. Skippy's got one boost pad to his name. It's a small one. That's not ideal. He still produces a very good shot for the position. And he's taking his time here, looking to get aZapatos diving in. aZapatos doesn't do it.
I don't feel confident for Skippy's chances right now. I think Zap's moving a lot more smoother around the pitch. I think if this goes to an overtime, I think Zap wins it, to be honest with you. Skippy looks a little bit nervous.
Uh-oh.
Oh, a little bit nervous. A little bit nervous.
Oh
indeed. Yeah,
my goodness. What a fake by aZapatos. Skippy had momentum on the landing, but he's kind of faked himself there as well. He flipped away from the ball. He could have covered the shot and the fake if he just flipped towards it. Like you said, in the panicky situations, he's really starting to feel the pressure here. aZapatos piling it on him. 4-goal spree for aZapatos. They're spread out, but he still, like you said, does feel like he's swung this one into his favor quite heavily.
That's not actually on.
It's off. What?
Oh, I think you have to go for the demo there if he wants to get a chance off this. Because he's not got any boost, and this could be a really bad position for him. He's not going to be able to... Oh, wow. I thought Zap would actually control that more to the side to get possession, but he knows what he's doing. Oh, that's a great
that touch is beautiful. What save by Skippy. Wow. Oh, this is a great passage of play by both players. He's actually bumped aZapatos off the mid boost. Now aZapatos has no boost.
Go for demo.
Is he going to do it? He's going to the bump. He did. Oh my word. I feel like I've heard this in videos, or I heard you say this before, where the demo is wide open and the player doesn't do it and you're incredibly frustrated. So I'm glad you got your payoff there, Jack. He did go for the demo and he bumped aZapatos out of the way.
The reason is because he can't move fast in that position. He's in the corner. He has to cover like the slow play. He doesn't have any boost to speed up either. If he's go for a bump, chances are they're not going to be able to avoid it. So he does get the goal as a reward for that. And oh my god.
Oh my word. He is confident enough to challenge in reverse against aZapatos, who's been ripping out those quick flicks all series long. The timing by Skippy could not have been any better there. As soon as the ball covered him, he reversed into it and he's up by 1. 3 seconds away from the main event.
There's still 3 seconds, and it's the same kickoff as we got a couple of games ago. Oh, Zap this time goes for
He's not going to try.
Game, yeah.
Wow. GG, says aZapatos. It's Skippy who takes the last spot in Salt Mine 3 main event. Yeah, how many of you predicted that one? What a run. That is unbelievable. A new contender in the NA1 scene. And, comparing that to Diaz's run last time and Shaddy's run in EU Stage 1, this one's up there. I think this might be the most unexpected run because he tried twice to qualify, didn't get close, and now he's made the gauntlet. And he is in Group A.
Look, I think, who'd you say, Shaddy and Diaz. Look, I was playing Diaz for a few weeks before he did his insane run, and I could see that I was saying to everyone that I was talking to, I was like, dude, this guy's playing so well right now, like I can't beat him in ones. And he was playing really well, so I could kind of see that. Skippy, I'm not going to lie, I thought he was a good player with a lot of potential. I didn't see him, qualifying for this today, so massive congrats to him. That's an insane result, and he should use this and get confidence from it, regardless of what happens. I think he's got a lot of potential, even if the main event doesn't go well for him. I think it's an incredible result.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Great job, Skippy. aZapatos, we're sorry not to see him make his 3rd main event in a row. He once again proved to be a real force in qualifying. He's been, a consistent, top 12 there or thereabouts for it's NA plus SAM, remember, as well. Obviously, a couple of SAM players are not participating, but to be that high rated consistently is very difficult these days. aZapatos with his unique play style, always a great one to watch, and he pushed Skippy to the limit here. Really brought the best out of him. So well done to both. That was a great series. Let's look at the groups. Jack, have you seen your group yet, by the way? I don't know if you have.
Is that a Gen G group?
There is a Gen G group, yes. And it was predetermined. I said, to chat before you won, if he wins, he's in the group. And that's been the case since before. So we got Gen G group plus Cosmic Evo Diaz. And then Skippy. Nice, easy group there for him to, bless him for qualifying for Salt Mine 3. So Beast Mode, Wavy, AJ, CRR, Daniel. It's not that bad. And that's light work for Skippy, I would say.
Yeah, I you know what? I think I definitely think he could pick up a couple of wins. I don't think he's going to be expecting to get in top 1, top 2 unless he pulls a Diaz. But I do think he could get one win, 2 wins potentially, and upset a couple of people in that group. We saw some good things today.
Absolutely. And we can take one last look at the EU groups as we're closing out here. This is the end of promo relegation for Salt Mine 3 in its entirety. That's the last promo relegation match that we're going to have for this season of Salt Mine. Jack, have you seen these groups as well? The EU groups are also looking.
I haven't. That looks disgusting though.
Yes, Dizzy's been blessed with what chat decided was a group of death, and then you look at the other group and it's Jory is in another group of death, so I don't even know what's going on over there. But yeah, when you add EU and MENA into one, you just have a crazy group of players. But same if South America was just a little bit closer to NA, you'd probably have a couple more Brazilians in NA Sam as well, and it would look something similar. So yeah, the 1v1 scene is so stacked right now. I can't wait to see what's happening next week. But yeah, Jack, you're going to be in the NA Group B last week. Sorry, Ben, we go back to the NA Group. Thoughts on winning that group? Because I think you are going to need to win the group if you want to make Salt Mine 3 finals. You've got 1 point in the overall standings, so you're probably going to need to win this. Yeah. Are you confident?
You know what? I actually am. And because this is the first time I've actually been confident in the way I'm playing for a year. A year from now was the last time I was confident in the way I'm playing. So yeah, I actually think I could do that. I'm very happy with the way I've been improving over the last week. So yeah, I think it'll be a welcome challenge.
Well, I look forward to seeing you try. Let's look at the overall points so you can see where Jack is next to everybody. Jack and Beast Mode are 2 of the players outside of the top 8. Top 8 is where you need in points at the end of Stage 3 groups if you want to get into the Salt Mine 3 finals, which is essentially a double money playoffs, same as before. But unlike the previous stages where the top 4 from each group make playoffs, now it's just top 8 in points overall that makes playoffs. So yeah, Jack, so you've got 1 point there. If you won a group, you would get another 10. So that would put you up to 11. And that would honestly give you a good chance. I don't think it's numerically, mathematically locked at that point. It would depend on some of the results going in your favor, but I think it would be a decent shot there. But yeah, second place only gives 5 points. It's a big drop off first to second in groups. So second place would not do it. Surely it wouldn't be possible. I mean, no, I don't think it's possible because
probably not.
It might be. Evo would have to finish 5th. You'd have to have Cosmic finish last in your group. I shouldn't ever do things like this live, but I think if Cosmic finishes 5th in your group, no, sorry, Evo finishes 5th in your group. Johnny, Cosmic finishes last. You finish 2nd, and then any combination above you. I think that would also work because then you would tie Cosmic and Evo in points, and you would win the tiebreaker because you got your points more recently. Checkmate. You can make it. That also relies on Beast Mode not getting a good run, but that's more likely, I suppose. So yeah, it's possible a second, but you're probably going to need to win to guarantee over there. That's where all the money is.
We like a challenge.
I'm glad you like it. We'll look at the EU points as well. Anybody who's wondering what's going on in EU, this is the EU points going in. Vatira and Khaled are actually tied for 8th place right now, and they're in the same group, so there's a good chance that match between them, or at least the final standings for those 2 players, decides who gets playoffs and who doesn't. Toxic still has a chance of making that run. Oski and Atomic are actually not qualified for this stage, so their points will not be added to. So yeah, we'll be removing them from that list to show players who actually do still have a chance for next week's group stage. But for tonight, that's it. Jack, thanks for joining. And I think we've got to let you go because you're recording videos for the next rank, as am I. So yeah, we're just pretty much all we're doing now in any spare time that we can find, Jack and myself, is recording videos for the next rank. Jack, how many have you got left to do before Christmas?
I'm not sure, Johnny. We won't speak about that. So good.
Just a couple hundred light work. I back him to get it done.